Ooh. As always, like, share, subscribe. Now let's just get into it. So, as you can see by my apple and by me laughing, Michigan just defeated USC 27-24. And man, I'm sorry for the late video. I had reservations, so I had to leave like right after the game. But man, that's why we love college football right there. That's why I love college football. Regardless, whether you were USC, whether you were Michigan, that was what it's about. That was what it's about right there. You're talking about an up and down game. You know, Michigan pretty much dominates the first half. We go into halftime 14-3. Michigan running it down their throat. Everything's good. Second half, USC starts to get their run game going a little more. Miller Moss starts to cook, and you know, Michigan's offense isn't doing anything. You know, so the tables kind of flipped. You know, thankfully, shout out to Will Johnson. He got hurt. If it's, knock on wood, let's hope it's nothing serious. But if it is, your watch is done, my brother. Your watch is done. Woo, that boy trouble. You throw at trouble, you gonna get trouble. Try to tell people he's not the best. Y'all throw it over there if you want to. Throw it over there. Man, that boy is big time. If you don't play another snap for Michigan, boy, you did your job. You did it. You know. But you know, the tables had turned in the second half, and Michigan's offense can't move it. USC is starting to cook. Miller Moss. We're having Wink is winking a little bit with the blown coverages and the blitzing and stuff like that, and crazy stuff happening with the Kenneth Grant gets the fumble and then the USC guy takes it away. So the second half was crazy. Long story short, we get the ball back with a couple minutes left, and Mullins gets a huge run, and we run it on in. Ball game, pretty much. But man, you talking about a second half full of twists and turns, and just them boys left it all on the field, all of them. Whether we would have won or lost, I would have been mad at the coaches, but the players, they left it on the field. They left it all on the field, boy. That's what it's about right there. Them boys was out there fighting, you know. And it was just injuries on both sides. Like that was a slobber knocker right there. That was a grudge match. You just got dudes getting hurt, just back and forth, hard hitting, you know. Them boys was battling. I think everybody that played in that game is in the ice tub right now. Like, man, them boys was battling. But Michigan pulled it out, so we're feeling better than USC is right now. Welcome to the Big Ten. Welcome to the Big Ten. You know, so let's get into some of this. So, just a few things now. One, Kirk Campbell really don't know how to use or design an offense around Orji. So the fact that they didn't want to start him, they say Warren was better in practice. It makes sense because you don't know how to use a dual threat or you don't know how to use him. You don't know how to use that dude. I bet you I could give him Denard Robinson and he wouldn't know how to use him. He don't know how to use them. He just don't. It's pretty obvious he doesn't. You know what I'm saying? The play designs, they're so basic. So many two wide receiver routes and things like that. And part of the problem is also that Michigan can't pass block for crap. But when you start Orji and there's the threat of the read, you get more big plays out of the run game because we can run block. We just need We just need that the quarterback to take that extra man out of the box, or so he has to worry about him. So I saw multiple Khalil Mullins 50-yard play in the first quarter, I believe, or second, whenever that was. That was because Orgy, the safety was worried about Orgy. He was watching Orgy. You get what I'm saying? So that was the thing that we were saying. We all were saying. Orgy will help the run game because he will pull guys out of the box. Michigan ran for like 300 yards. When you run for 300 yards, you pretty much have a chance against anyone as long as you don't turn it over, you know? Now, as far as passing, they don't know how to call pass plays for him. They're so basic, the two routes and stuff like that. Bro, if you're going to have a quarterback like this, spread out the receivers, dumb. Spread them out. You got all the receivers and all these dudes on the line all the time. You're making it easy for the defense to stop it. Spread the receivers out, bonehead. Spread them out. They have to, regardless of if they know it's a run or not, they still got to respect that receiver that's out there. I wish you would. Some of these dudes is like coaching for dummies. Like Kirk Campbell, he really don't know how to coach this. But it sucks for you, Kirk, because we ran for 300 and got a dub. So ain't no benching Orgy. Figure out how to use him. Do the homework. Put the work in. Figure out how to use what we got. Now, bonehead too. Kirk Campbell's a bonehead. We won, but he's a bonehead. So, sorry. Bonehead number 2, step on up. It's a few of them. Tony Alford, step on up. Mr. Bonehead. You really should have been the number 1 bonehead. The players, they pretty much all left it on the field for the most part. There's a few that I want to get on. But Tony Alford, you a bonehead, bro. Tony Alford almost lost this game for us. Ohio State fans saying he was garbage or whatever, his rotation. Y'all was right, because this dude is a knucklehead. Because there is no reason Donovan Edwards should even have anywhere near as many runs as Khalil Mullins. They're not even close right now. Khalil Mullins will carry dudes, break tackles, has the vision, will still go 50. Like, there's nothing that Donovan has on him right now. Really, there's not. There's no reason for him to play. Like, and it doesn't make sense. Khalil Mullins had a 50-yard run and a 60-yard run. If you were going to say the big plays, yeah, Donovan had a 40-yarder, but he's not that. He's not that consistent. Like, Khalil Mullins is bell cow level now. He is. And I wish they would stop this trying to favor this Donovan. Like, if they would have left Donovan in for those last few plays, that last drive, we would have lost that game. I have no doubt about it. Because he's not breaking all those tackles that Khalil Mullins broke. Like, Khalil Mullins goes 50, we get the ball back, and I don't see Khalil Mullins again for almost a drive and a half. Like, it doesn't make sense what they're trying. You're trying to force Donovan into something, but you're hurting the team. The team. I just wish some of these dudes would really, like, just somebody sit these dudes down to understand that it's great to like a player, but you can't hurt the team. Donovan isn't that. It's time for everybody to accept it. He can be in the same role he's been in. That's what he needs to be in. His same role as he was in since he was a sophomore. In his junior year. And now it's his senior year. He needs to be in that same role. I'm sorry. Let's face it. But right now, this team goes as far as Khalil Mullins on offense will take us. It's pretty obvious. If you haven't noticed, it's pretty obvious. He's head and shoulders better than Donovan. I'm sorry. And they need to stop this foolishness of acting like Donovan's the number one. He's not. Anybody that watches and sees football knows Khalil Mullins is the number one. Please start treating him like it. Because to me, it's it's disrespectful what y'all doing. Treat that man like the number one. Because his body is breaking all them tackles. He having to deal with all this punishment like he the number one. Let that man get them carries. Donovan gets it when Khalil gets tired. But this is ridiculous. Now we saw Orgy get it had to be said. I'm sorry. Now we had Orgy running it, getting a little short check down routes, but he was running it contributing to the run game. Not turning it over, just not trying to do too much, but still moving the chains a little bit with his legs, and keeping the defense, those edge rushers at home most of the time, on the read. So first half it was all good, for pretty much besides them trying to force feed Donovan carries and wasting drives by doing it. Besides that, it was pretty much all good in the first half. Second half where it gets a little mucky in the second half. Because first half we had great field position. We won the field position battle in the first half, and we were just grinding them out. Like they were tired, and I couldn't understand why you didn't continue with Mullins. Donovan, I hate to keep harping on this. Donovan lets the defense off easily because he's not a physical runner. That's just not him. Stop trying to make him be that. He's not that. He's just not that. So just stop. You're wasting plays. You're wasting drives. And on offense, we can't afford wasted plays and wasted drives. It almost cost us this game. So it just is what it is. But second half, they started doing it with Donovan again, and USC just started blitzing from the edge like, all right, we can't let this happen. And Wink was winking a little bit, and Miller Moss was making plays. The defense was, the stars showed up for the most part in this game. Our stars showed up, and even some USC's for the most part, they showed up. Kenneth Grant, Mason Graham, Will Johnson, they all showed up. Josiah Stewart, boy, you out there balling, boy. You balling. But them boys stepped up, and it was beautiful to see. They stepped up, and the game, we really had this game. USC is driving. They're in the red zone, and Josiah Stewart gets a strip sack. Kenneth Grant picks it up. Big Biscuits picked it up, and he carrying it like a loaf of bread. Like, when the coaches be like, you carrying it like a loaf of bread. Like, this was the definition of carrying it like a loaf of bread. This is and a USC player just comes and takes it, goes out of bounds. And so that's first down for USC. And a couple plays later, they score. Because if we get that, it's pretty much ball game. Like, I got no doubt, But the fact that we didn't, and they got the ball back, took the ball from Kenneth Grant, and then they scored a few plays later. The defense is starting to get it together. It's just a few things, a few broken coverages really that's really costing them. Like, they're just not fine-tuned. Lamar Morgan, I'm looking at you at the secondary. I'm looking at you, brother. I'm looking at all these assistant coaches and offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator. I'm looking at all of them. You know what I'm saying? But, a few busted coverages is really what made them USC be able to stay in the game. Now, Wink, you showed a little something today. You were trying to dial it back. trying to be smart, saw more twists. I saw more stunts. That was good. And I saw you dial it back. But then third quarter, you started to wink. It's like you can't help it. You see that quarterback getting hit and you like, third down, I can't wait to blitz. I'm going to blitz. Boy, I'm about to blitz. I'm blitzing off the bus. It's third down. Here it comes. Like, you got to calm. Somebody need to calm Wink down. Like, just calm down, brother. Like just calm down. You doing it again. You doing it again. Just calm down, Wink. Just calm down. You done called a hell of a game, but calm down. You're getting too blitz happy, brother. Just calm down. You don't got to do that. Calm down, man. So Wink was, I'll give Wink about a B this game because he was doing pretty good. He just has those moments where he wants to blitz, and then you mix that with the broken coverages, and that's a recipe for disaster. You know what I'm saying? But besides that, Barham. USC had a long run. It was like a 65-yard run. And Barham is, he's looking like, bro, you're there. You can't be sitting here looking like you're me on the couch watching the game. Like, you're sitting here reading, you're moving your feet, but you're just looking. The running back right there, go get him. You about a couple yards. Shoot, go get him. What are you looking at? Yeah, that's him. Yep, you're still looking. He's running right past you. What are you looking at, bro? Like, if there's anybody that's been a disappointment, it's Barham. Like, and this isn't to say he's just trash, but he makes some mistakes that make you wonder. And Junior Colson, forgive me for talking about you so bad at sometimes. Sometimes it was deserved, but this dude right here is taking the cake. Like, this dude right here be having you scratching your head. Like, bro, come on. Like, what are you doing? Like, he's the reason we gave up that long 60-some yard run. He was right there. He's just looking. Oh, he ran past me. Oh. Like, bro, what are you doing? Like, what are you... in La La Land? Like, come on. But as a team, them boys was fighting. Like, this was a fight. This was a battle, bro. Like, the U.S. Shout out to Jair Hill because I've been killing him. Jair Hill, I see what they see from him in practice. He flashes. He does have some flashes. But he's still trying to learn the defense. So I get it. And Will Johnson may be hurt for who knows how long. So looks like Amir Hall and Jair Hill probably going to be starting, But Jair Hill flashes. He came up and hit USC's tight end. And, USC's tight end goes over there, sits on the bench after he gets looked at like, I'm out, basically. And he's balling. Like, he's crying. And, this, if you just sit and watch this game, man, this is really what college football is about, bro. The emotion, the passion, the ups and downs, because these are young men. They're not pros yet, and honestly, I got a little wrapped up in watching the USC dude cry on the bench, because that's hopes, dreams, and that's wanting to be there for your team. For your brothers, for your teammates. This is a big-time moment, a big-time game. Who knows how hurt he is, but I felt that. Then later on, you see Will Johnson go to the tent after he done got a pick six. Without that pick six, I don't know if we even win it. But, boy, Will Johnson, beast. Your watch is done. If you done at Michigan, if you want to, I ain't got no problem. If he want to sit it down for the season. He done did it. He did it. He done did it for me, y'all. That boy Trouble, boy, you done did it. You done did enough for me. If you want to sit it down, I won't think twice, and I won't knock you one bit. You know what I'm saying? Because Will Johnson is top 10 pick level, and who knows what he hurt, because I didn't see him on the ground or anything, holding anything. I just saw him go to the, after he just went to the locker room all of a sudden, it was kind of weird. And I think his parents came down too. So it might be serious. Hopefully Will is okay, but if whatever happens, he laid it all on the field for Michigan, and helped get that ring, so I got nothing but love for dudes that like that, But let's see what else. Josiah Stewart, TJ Guy, boy, they was giving that left tackle hell. Miller Moss constantly looking back at the ref like, they're hitting me. They're hitting me. Boy, this ain't two-hand touch. Where you thought you was? This ain't the Pac-12 no more, boy. You in the Big Ten. You playing Big Ten football now, dog. We grabbing your face mask and everything, and they ain't calling it. Them refs was horrible. The refs were horrible, but hey, they were horrible for both sides, But let's see what he had. I think he had 3 sacks. No, it says Josiah Stewart had 2 sacks. Kenneth Grant had 1. Mason Graham had 1. And that was good to see, That was good to see them boys getting sacks, and Josiah was flying around that edge. TJ Guy, I don't think he got any sacks, but he caused some havoc, and I think Mason Graham got a sack from him from TJ Guy's pressure. But them boys was giving that left tackle hell for USC, giving him hell. And that's what I like to see. Give them boys hell. Give them hell. And it was just beautiful to see that. The team in general that's what I like to see. Fight. Don't give up. People will. I turned it off. Some people, in the group chat, I can't watch no more. After we got down 4, I can't watch no more. I'm like, no, I had a feeling I ain't turning this off, because anything could happen. All of a sudden, Khalil Mullins going 65 yards. Let's get it, But the play calling has to be better. This is my thing with the play calling on offense. Okay, Orgy's the quarterback. If you don't want to, you don't trust him enough to call real passing plays for the most part. Okay, I get it. It's still not smart, but okay. But okay, he's your starter. So what are you gonna do? I need you to spread out the wide receivers. Put them out wider. Stop doing these big sets. It's not smart. Football, stupid. Spread them out. Make more room for your running back and your running quarterback. I need to see more of the jet sweep motion, the orbital motion. You need the eye candy to keep them at bay, to cause more confusion. You do it early and it works, and then you just forget all about it. If this is going to be the offense you're running, you have to keep doing those things, bonehead. It's like he's just coaching for dummies, bro. The reverse for Fred Moore, you got 15. That's why you bring the orbital motion, because you can fake that. They have to respect it. Then you give it to him. Okay, you gave it to him. Now we're going to fake it to him, and then we're going to throw it downfield. There's so many different things you can do off of it, but you only run it once, and then you go away from it. We never see it again. When you're supposed to run a play, let them see it. That's the setup. You keep running it to set up different things off of the play. It's like these dudes don't. It's Kirk Campbell. If I never see you again or hear about you again, it'll be a good day for me. Because I can't take bad coaching. You do stuff and then you go away from it. You never see it again. We got Tony Alford running. Khalil Mullins is obviously the number one back who needs 25 carries. Donovan needs about 10. That's enough for him. If you want to throw it to him, that's fine. But actual carries, 10 is about enough for him. I need Mullins with about 20 to 25. That's a bell cow. That's a grown man that's going to carry somebody. That's a grown man that's going to carry some tacklers and then get them off of him and then still run 60 yards. And you got him on the bench? I'm getting tired of this nonsense. We almost lost that game because you want to force feed Donovan Edwards, who can't break a tackle to save his life. Don't make no sense. Man gotta have a hole as big as, man gotta have a highway to go 40. Khalil Mullins dragging, he got dudes falling off of him, and this dude is still going 60. And you got the nerve to not get this man that ball. Like, what type of coaching is you doing? That ain't even coaching for dummies. That's coaching for an idiot. Got that man out there doing all that stuff, putting the team on his back, and you feeding Donovan Edwards like you owe him some money. Do you owe him some money? I can't take this. I can't take this farewell tour crap. No, you came back. He had to come back. His stock wasn't high. This is your farewell tour. We're going to give you more carries. Like, what are we doing, bro? Are we trying to win, or are we trying to make Donovan Edwards try to force feed him some yards? Tired of these dudes, bro. Because everybody watching that game knows he shouldn't be getting them carries like that. And then he fumbled. He almost blew the game for us. Because you want to force feed him. Like, come on. Let's see, what else? Whew. Yeah, Jair Hill's good, but he's inconsistent. Barham, he lost. But the defense was good for the most part. Besides those, they just have to fine-tune those busted coverages. Just fine-tune it. And the defense should be fine. I don't know what you're going to do with Barham. Hopefully he'll get better. Because I just don't know what's up with dude. Like, you know, I just don't know. I ain't got the energy to. He's just a major disappointment. Like, he's a disappointment of epic proportions right now. Like, I don't know what to say about dude. But let me see how many tackles he had. He ain't had that many, it don't look like. Yeah, he had 4 tackles. At middle linebacker, that ain't enough. Yeah, he's disappointing. But Hausman played pretty good. The defense in general played pretty good. You know, you just had some mistakes. Makari making some mistakes. And Jair Hill. Busted coverages. Zeke Berry played good and flashed in some spots. But it's just going to take more reps for those dudes, you know, getting on the same page, you know. But the defense played pretty well. I can't, of course I complained, but Wink, you slowly getting it together. I saw some adjustments. You just got to fight. Wink has got that urge to he just wants to blitz. You got to fight the urge, brother. Come on, somebody give him a Red Bull or some Sprite or something, you know. You know, his stomach is bubbling. Give him a Sprite. His stomach is bubbling to blitz. Somebody get Wink a Sprite. Get him some ginger ale so he can. Okay. We don't need the blitz. Yeah, just run a stunt. Yeah, thank you. Something. Please do something. Because Wink is killing me, you know, when he gets in that moment. But he called a good game. Like, I'm going to leave it at that now. But if this is the offense, Kirk Campbell and Sharon Moore, y'all got to do better. Y'all got to you got to. You can call a lot of these plays, but you have to put some imagination to it, some creativity to it. You know what I mean? Spread these guys out. Yes, everybody knows what we want to do, but when you just line up in these big sets with 2 tight ends and you make it obvious, spread them out. Spread them out. 4 wide receivers, not close sets, spread sets. Like, come on. You got to, come on. Like, this ain't rocket science now, you know. I know you got some sets in there like that, you know. But you need, and this is why I harp on the eye motion and the eye candy stuff, and then I'm going to get off of here. Because not just with an offense like with Orgy where we're trying to kind of run the spread, but any offense with orbital motion and all that eye candy, it makes the defense have to respect it, and so it gets their eyes going somewhere else. It's a game of inches, so them looking this way just for just a second can give you that can give your receiver or your blocker that extra step to get ahead, to go the distance. You get what I'm saying? So when you're running an offense like we're trying to run right now, so run heavy, you need all that extra stuff because they already know what you're trying to do. They know it, we know it. But when you do that orbital motion and you keep bringing it, they still have to respect it every time. No matter if they know it or not, they still have to respect it. That's why I always harp on it. Now even more than ever, because the defense has to respect it. They have to. It's not we don't have to respect that orbital motion or that he might come on that reverse. They have to respect it every time. Every time. And so there's so many variations and plays off of that. That's why I harp on it. Don't just run once. Continually run that. And you'll give defenses even more hell than you did today. This was just a taste of it. If you really embrace it and see the other things that you can do with this offense, it can get even worse than this. Or we can run for a 350 or maybe even 400 on a good defense. That's if USC's defense is that good. So to end this, what the real takeaway from this game was, one, we played Texas really early, and you know they shined a light on some of the new pieces, some of the new coaching staff. But it also showed that Texas is really good. Their offensive line is really good. Their offensive line is really good. Like, that's one of the things I took from this game. And remembering Texas. Texas's offensive line is really good, and Quinn Ewers is balling right now. Well, he was, but he's hurt. He's hurt right now, I believe. But, you know, and Sark is a monster right now, you know, with having his quarterback and that offensive line. You know, he masterclass Wink, but that offensive line, USC's offensive line ain't bad, you know. But Josiah Stewart, TJ Guy, Mason Graham, those boys were eating. You know what I'm saying? They were giving Miller Moss hell. They gave that boy hell. I know he in the cold tub right now, you know. But the big takeaway is Texas is really good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, Orgy wasn't starting the Texas game, but you know, I'm not sure how different it would have been. We probably wouldn't have turned it over. What did he turn it over? Twice against Texas, Davis Warren. You know, who knows? But they're good. Texas is good. That's what, for me, from us playing USC and then thinking about Texas, they're really good. You know what I'm saying? They're just a complete team. But hey, that was out of conference. We 1-0 in conference. What was USC ranked? 11. Thank you. We'll take that spot. Give us that 11 spot. Matter of fact, put us back in the top 10. Put us back. So we got hope for Wink. Wink is slowly starting to learn to dial it back, chill out. Kirk Campbell, I need you to understand this is what you got. This is what you got. Don't try to sabotage Orgy. Don't try to sabotage him, because I don't trust you, boy. I don't trust you. I'm just going to keep it real. I don't trust you, boy. So don't try to sabotage him, because we can run that ball and win most of our games playing good or great defense, ball control, and running it down people's throats. Right now, that's the best we got, because everybody talking about downfield, understand this. We still can't pass block for anything. The pass blocking is atrocious. So before we talk about, man, I wish we had a downfield passing game, understand this. Man, I wish we had some good pass blocking. Can't throw it downfield consistently without the pass blocking. That's why we run left, hardball ball, run left, run right. Run left, run right. You know what I'm saying? That's what we have to do, because we can't barely block anybody in the pass blocking. Evan Link is horrible. For my Spanish listeners, he's horrible. Yeah. Espanol. So that's all so, I know we want to try to throw it downfield more, but it's a real battle. Besides Orgy, even if it was Davis Warren, it's a battle, because we can't pass block worth nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. That was a big time win. That's really all I got for this one, y'all. I'm fatigued. I done ate all this food. And, I'm just happy. Was that a birthday present, Michigan? Trouble. Pick six. Oh, you shouldn't have. Will Johnson's not that good. Will Johnson got 2 TDs already? If you done, you done, brother. If you done, you done. If not, can't wait to have you back. But, you throw in Trouble, and Trouble gonna get you. I try to tell y'all. You don't know what you're talking about. Oh, okay. Thank you, Trouble. Miller Moss, you want Trouble, boy? You gonna find him. Oh, I wouldn't throw in Trouble. Trouble gonna get you. I told you, boy. I told you don't throw over there. Woo! That's all I got for this one, y'all. They want to take down the champs, but the champs still got life. Champs still got life. And the champs is still undefeated in the conference. So, like it, hate it, I don't really care. We still undefeated in the conference. And we actually playing good teams. Hello. Woo, I'm done, y'all. Like, share, subscribe. And as always, go blue.